Hiya, and welcome back to Password, the game that teaches us that y'all are a little too thirsty for Tyson, and honestly, and I get that. Who is David the Dad Yeen? Who is that? Do I... Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Hi, Damien. Hello. Well, anyways, let's just hop right in. And I guess we hope you enjoy your stay. Oh, shh. Okay, are we going to sit there with Tyson's crotch in our face, or are we going to push him away? Oh, hello, David. Hiya. Welcome. Okay. I decided to stay on the bench, despite my cheeks starting to burn. Hiya. If anything, the scent of him was strong, real strong, and it was having an effect on me as well. I could barely make out Tyson looking over to Haas to see if the coast was clear before he grinned down at me. I could get used to seeing you like this. I got up, rolling away from Tyson, trying to keep my eyes elsewhere. Aw, had enough already? Here I thought you liked the smell so much. Yeah, well, maybe. I trailed off as Haas came back over to join us. Oh, hiya. Oh, I'm sure Dave would enjoy a private lesson plenty. Oh, hey, Ty, what's up? You want to go watch a movie? Huh? You, me, movie. Oh, sure, I guess. Why? Do I need a reason? Because if I do, I don't have one. I'll just go watch it myself then. Doesn't bother me any. No, I didn't have any other plans. A movie sounds great. Great. I'll meet you in the room or whatever, where we had dinner. Gonna go throw on a hoodie or whatever. Oh, Ty was already on his way out of the door before I could get another word in. Guess I'm meeting him upstairs? I figure I may as well set up this thing to save some time. Didn't take too long to get the main bits sorted for whatever movie Tyson intended to watch. Without knowing specifics, I couldn't load it up beforehand. Oh, nice. As Tyson entered the room, he flicked off the light and wandered on over, pushing me into one of the beanbags slightly before he looked at the movie options. So, what are we watching? Dunno. Doesn't matter anyway. What do you mean? The question fell on deaf ears, though, as Tyson kept browsing, almost seemingly picking one at random in the end and sitting down next to me. Okay, movie's starting. Sit there and be quiet, yeah? Oh shit, is he blushing? Oh shit, is Tyson blushing? Sure. It's so adorable. There was no way the movie was holding my attention with how Tyson was behaving, but he seemed to be equally distracted. He wasn't even looking at the screen. You... okay? Yup. Neither of us said anything for a few minutes, the sound of the movie playing as background noise. Oh, fuck, that's right, he's going to die. Dave. So, yeah? Did you need to talk about something? Lay off, alright? Talking about this sort of shit is hard. What stuff? Us. I let the word hang in the air for a moment, blindsided. This could go any number of ways, and immediately I didn't want to be the one to make the first move. There was a few more minutes before Ty made any sort of sound, mumbling it the first time under his breath before slapping himself and turning to dress me proper. Who's better looking, me or Haas? Wait, what? Who's the better looking one between me and the lion? Who's more attractive? Oh my god. Oh my god, he is so jelly. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. He's such a puppy dog. I'm going to go prepare my grave now. Obviously, we have to choose Tyson. I mean, you sort of have the scruffy, rugged quality, right? I mean, that saying about beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? Yeah. I think Scruffy is pretty good. Sure, I guess. There wasn't anything more than silence for the next half hour. Tyson's eyes wandering up to the movie as he sat and stared, expression seemingly unshifting, gaze unfocused. Yeah, red flags. You gotta start paying attention to them red flags. Oh shit, what are those red oh shit. What's that color? What are the color of those flags? I can't see the color of them past my red rose-tinted glasses. Ah, fuck, the sun is so bright. I can't see the color of these flags. That's you all. That's you. Those are green flags. There wasn't anything. Yeah, I already read that. I'd almost forgotten about what he'd asked me until I heard him grumbling to himself, pulling at the fur on his arms. Hey, whoa, Ty! What? Don't do that, you'll hurt yourself. Yeah, well, maybe. I know I've hurt a bunch of people. Would be a hypocrite if I couldn't take them too. Okay, seriously, what's bothering you, Ty? Nothing. Bullshit! Fine. You know what's bothering me? You. I can't figure you out. You can't figure me out? Yeah, like, you did me a solid in school. I did you one back. Figured that'd be the end of it when it was all over. Well, you kinda got kicked out. That's my point! What kind of person checks in on their bully after school? Well, I like to think we became friends at some point, right? Yeah, I've heard that line before. What? Look, you didn't have to invite me out to this thing, but you did. That was a cool move. But I can't for the life of me figure out why. Ty suddenly got up and headed to the door. Hey, wait! But he kept on walking, storming towards the back door. Ty, hang on! Leave me alone, Dave! Are we going to pursue him or back off? The Yeen is baby. He is baby. We love the baby. Oh, fuck. Oh, hiya. We're gonna pursue true love! I grabbed him by the arm and tried to hold him back, immediately finding resistance. Dude, calm down. Just tell me what's wrong. You're such a pain in the ass, you know that? You don't get how fortunate you are, Dave. You have a nice bunch of friends, and what do I have? No one except you. But that's okay. I'm sure the others will warm up too, and it'll be... No, grow up. That's not how the world works. You think that everyone can get along. You think that people are just good people deep down. Sorry to be the one to tell you, but people are assholes. That's bullshit, Tyson, and you know it. Oh, yeah? Tyson pushed into my personal space, getting right up into my face. Let's work down the list. First, we have the bear who thinks with his dick. God knows if he knows anything meaningful about you. Then you have the two lard asses who follow you around because you're the leader, but they push you around like you're nothing but by acting nice. Then you have the pretty boy who cares more about his claws than your feelings, and a musclehead who seems to be more preoccupied with swimming than talking to anyone. I snapped. The next moment, I was torn between headbutting him, slapping him, and kneeing him in the groin, or some combination of all three. I shoved him back suddenly, throwing my weight behind the move. Oh yeah? And how's that make you any better? I'm not, but I'm upfront about it. But you know the real kick in the balls is? What is it, Tyson? What could possibly be the one thing that tops everything? Maybe because of you, Tyson cut himself off, looking away. You know what? Fuck it. I don't care anymore. What? I'm going home. I'll walk for all I care. Hitchhike, whatever. I'm out. Just... But he didn't add anything onto it, starting to walk away towards the forest. Are we going to stop Tyson or let him go? If you love me, let me go. Let me go. I closed the distance between where I stood and Tyson, grabbing him by the back of his hoodie. Dave, let go! No! You're starting to scare me, Ty. I don't know what's caused all this, but something's not right, and I just want to help. You're better than the— Before I realized what had happened, Tyson had spun around and jabbed me square in the nose. My vision going dark for a few moments as I collapsed to the ground. What the fuck? Ow! My head was spinning, and through my blurry vision I could make out Tyson lingering, watching me. Don't go! You're better off without me, Dave. Enjoy your month or whatever. I managed to get up to my hands and knees, the world still spinning, and I was fairly certain my nose was bleeding. I croaked out my want for him to stay, but he kept walking, and soon enough he disappeared among the trees beyond the backyard and into the forest proper. I don't know how long I'd been there on the ground, but eventually I felt myself getting picked up and brought inside. Ugh. Shh, let me patch you up. As my vision returned, I looked at Sal, rummaging through a first aid kit. What happened out there? I sank into my shoulders slightly, not really wanting to admit it. I got punched. I can see that. Sal started to clean me up, wiping the blood from my mouth and nose, and with something that smelled alcoholic. It stung, but Sal held me steady as he continued to work. It's not what you think, though. I heard the yelling. Oh. Sal refused to look me in the eye, and the longer the silence went between us, the more I wondered just how much he'd overheard. And you brought me inside? I couldn't leave you outside. You were hurt. Sal eyed me curiously for a moment before shaking his head. I don't mean to pry, but what's up? I think I understand. As someone who doesn't do well with talking with others, I think he's struggling in the same way. Well, sure, but I don't think I'd seen him that worked up or that wild. Can I tell you a story? Oh, sure. It was one of the first times I liked someone. The feeling was so foreign to me it drove me insane. By the time I finally got to vent it out, it came out uncontrolled and I made a mess of the situation. They didn't want to talk to me after that. In fact, they avoided me from then on out. It was terrible. Hang on, let me just try. Okay, see if that works. Oh, I'm sorry, Sal. It's fine, really. My point is, maybe whatever's bothering Tyson is just because he doesn't know how to properly vent. And given what I just saw, it's no wonder. He needs friends badly. You think so? Sal sighed, shaking his head. I'm not volunteering, but he'd benefit from having more than just you, yes. I'm worried that you're putting yourself out too much, and he's going to take advantage of that. More than what he is already. Hey, Sal, can I ask your opinion on something? Always. What you said before, do you think Tyson's situation is the same? It's possible. But I'd caution you around Tyson if it's the case. Affection for another can run deep and mess with your head in the best and worst ways. I'd worry that he's either mistaking his feelings for something else or doesn't understand how you should be treating someone in a relationship. Please understand, I don't mean to lead you one way or another. Just be careful. I will, promise. I'm glad. As the day went on, Sal and I just talked about stuff while people filed in for dinner, rather finding themselves brought into the conversation. By the time everyone had assembled, everyone was aware, or at least partially aware of what had transpired with Tyson earlier and why he wasn't around. I still reckon it's bullshit. Had no right talking to you that way, Dave. I shot Sal a look, and he looked back in kind. The one thing we'd neglected to tell the others, or rather seemed to intentionally omit, was where he lay into me. Sal had done a good enough job patching me up, and that no one seemed to immediately notice. Seems strange, though. He seemed normal this morning. Maybe something happened? Yeah, like that's an appropriate excuse. He's just a jerk. Some people are just like that. Not everyone, though. If you're looking for a boyfriend, Dave, pick someone who treats you right. Dean pointed to himself, ignoring the others all staring daggers at him for not picking his moment correctly. Dean, now's not the time. In all seriousness, though, did he really leave? Seems strange he wouldn't at least take his things with him.
Hope he doesn't get sick. Speaking as someone who's still trying to shake it off, hope he's not going to have a rough time if he's hitchhiking all the way back home with it.
Well, it's his call in the end, right?
Yeah, but he could have left on better terms at least. As heartless as it sounds, him leaving doesn't really affect anything though, so there's that update. So there's that upside.
That's not very fair, Roswell.
But it's true, it doesn't affect the scavenger hunt. He didn't really interact with the rest of us in the first place, so where's the problem?
I guess, but you don't have to say it so bluntly.
Sorry.
I guess there's nothing we can really do about it, though, right? No, really. Only way would be if you could somehow call him and get him to come back so we could organize a cab or whatever, right? Assuming he had his phone on him, or he has reception. Fair point. Doubt you get any reception if you're deep enough in the woods, though, too. Over dinner, the conversation went mostly the same. Very little else exciting having happened during the course of the day. I got halfway through my meal before wondering if Tyson was stuck out in the woods or on his way home. I excused myself and headed towards my room, pausing to look towards the back door. No idea why. Maybe I was hoping Tyson would come back through the door. The only thing that greeted me was the sound of a distant storm brewing. Tyson. I twiddled my thumbs trying to make sense of it all. Was this just some huge misunderstanding about him liking me, or was something else going on too? Why now, of all times, if he was interested? He hadn't made any move that I was aware of, right? Just as I had started to overanalyze every conversation he and I ever had, there was a knock on the door. Are we going to answer the knock or ignore it? Okay. Come in. Sorry. Sal, what's wrong? Just coming to check in. You were absent for half of dinner. Even if you were sitting in the chair next to me, your mind was elsewhere. I'm doing okay. I just keep thinking about what happened is all. Did you need to talk about it? I don't think there's anything to talk about, is there? On one hand, he and I go way back, and not for entirely good reasons. But I assume that over time things were different, you know? He seemed to be getting better, right? You're not going to like my take on it. But some people don't change. Some do, some don't. Tyson seems to be in the second group. I know, just compare to Dean or talk about Tyson. Ooh. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. And this is how we get our shit smacked. This, ladies and gentlemen, is how we die. I hope you enjoyed the time that we had. Okay. He has a lot of good points, too. Such as... Well, it's hard to put my finger on, but, like, I feel safe around him, strangely. That he can take charge and make the calls that benefit both of us. At least, that's what it was like in school. When he was expelled, well, he still looked out for me when we were hanging out, getting me snacks and whatever. Isn't that just being a good host? Sure, but it's how he'd ask, or I would just lump things on me as a surprise. Thinking back on it, he knows what I like more than Roswell does. He never made a big deal about it. Just things like getting my favorite candy from the store or throwing it at me. Or when we were hanging out, he'd make sure I was comfortable. This is probably terrible of me to say, but I've yet to see that side of him, and I'd hate to think you were getting swept up in seeing things that didn't exist. But at the same time, I don't want to tell you that what you're feeling is wrong. They aren't my feelings to make that call on. Is it worth asking him outright, do you think? Sal seemed to ponder the idea, keeping his gaze averted. I'm probably not the best one to give advice on this. This is more Orlando's territory, I think. Whatever you decide, I don't think it hurt. I will support you as friends no matter what. Thanks, Sal. That means a lot. I should go and let you get some rest. I'm sort of tired myself and could benefit from the early night. Yeah, probably a good idea. And you know what? If you wake me tomorrow morning, I'll join you on your morning swim. Alright, I look forward to it. I watched as Sal excused himself, closing the door behind him. It was almost as if a weight had been lifted from my shoulders, and I felt a lot more relaxed having some reassurance that things on the Tyson front were going to work out okay. The fuck? I don't think that's supposed to happen. Yeah, I don't think that's supposed to happen. I think that's a bug. I think that's a bug. I don't know. But I'm going to screenshot that and I might send it into the server. I'm going to send it into the server. As my eyes adjusted, though, I realized something was wrong. Wait, what time is it? There was no, it was around dawn, and Sal said he was going to wake me for a morning swim. What do you mean, Mr. On-Screen? Well, I guess something went wrong with, like, backgrounds or something, I don't know. After checking my phone, it was way after the sun had risen if the sun itself wasn't a testament to that fact. Maybe he forgot? I figured there was nothing to be done about it and got dressed. Maybe he just didn't want the company. No biggie, there'll be other times. Made my way downstairs and looked around. There was no way everyone was still in bed, but no one was around. Hello? No one in the dining room. Anyone here? And yet again, no one in the kitchen. There wasn't even a sign of breakfast having been made. Really? Everyone's in bed still? Oh, it's Theta, David. As I was standing around in the kitchen, I heard movement behind me in the dining room. Oh, good, someone else is up too. I was about to worry. Oh, Roswell! What's wrong? What happened? No sooner had I walked into the room, I saw Roswell trembling, tears running down his face on the verge of hyperventilating.
It's so horrible. I think I'm going to be sick.
Whoa, okay, buddy, let's sit you down. I'll see if I can find you a bucket or something. Began to scan the room for anything that could make do in the off chance Roswell's stomach decided to do a somersault. Was it a bad dream or something, or... Meekly he looked up at me, almost searching for something before seemingly realizing something.
You don't know, do you?
Don't know what? There was something about how he said that sent a chill up my spine. So much so that it carried its way down my arms, and I had to shake them to rid myself of the feeling.
Maybe you should go see the others. I'll be fine. I'll. Ugh.
As soon as Roswell grabbed his stomach, I rubbed his back. But he just sat and groaned, fighting back from doing what I was hoping he wouldn't. Where are the others?
Outside, you'll see them when you leave the back door and head towards the pole.
I gave Roswell one last look before I bolted for the back door. What could have caused Roswell to break like that? Sure enough, I headed in the direction of the pool and saw everyone gathered around a spot in the backyard. Hey, what's everyone looking at? I stopped in my tracks as everyone turned to look at me. What? I looked at everyone in turn, searching for answers before I looked down at Tyson's body. So many things ran through my mind at once, I felt like I was going to faint. All at once I wanted to scream, cry, wake up as if this was all a dream or some combination of all of them. What what happened to you, Tyson? A feeling caught up in my throat and I choked, tears already starting to well up in my eyes. Someone grab him, it's probably better that Tyson doesn't get moved until the police get here, right? Yeah, good idea. I don't know who it was that put their hand on my shoulder. I was too focused on trying to reach out and touch Tyson. But no matter how much I willed my hands to move, they froze halfway there, as if afraid that if I were to lay hands on him, it'd confirm this was real. Dave. Looked over my shoulder to see Sal looking down at Tyson's body too with a 1,000-yard stare. I'm sorry. The more I looked at Tyson's body, the more questions I had. He looked a mess, but how did he get here? Did he die right here after being attacked by... I looked over to everyone present. Was it one of them? I wonder what happened. Whoever did this to him must have been some sort of sick freak. It still feels so surreal. Like, I've seen makeup and special effects like this, but only a monster could have done this. They deserve better. Monster? No kidding. That or a wild bear. Hey, I don't like what you're insinuating with that. I don't think any of us did it, you included, Dean. No way a bear could do this either. You're sure? Positive. Some of those cuts might pass for bear claws, maybe. Look at his leg. No way he'd escape a bear like that. Maybe it let him escape? Well, why though? That's not all, though. On his arm. Bite marks? But they're so small. Right, no wild bear did this. I'll stake my life on it. But how did he die then? It's hard to say. The obvious guess is exsanguination, blood loss. But there's no way to tell what caused these wounds. Can we maybe not stand around it? Him, Dean. It's Tyson. Remember? Right, sorry. He has a point, though. The longer we look, the harder it's going to be to process, and maybe we should cover him with something until the police arrive, just in case. Oh, sure. Peeled off my hoodie and knelt down next to Tyson. If it wasn't for all the blood, he could have just been sleeping. But my eyes kept tracing the long marks across his face and the shredded clothes still on his back. Hey, what's he holding? Didn't want to touch anything just in case the police yelled at us for messing with the crime scene or whatever. Investigator back away. Be gay, do crime. Curiosity got the better of me, and I gently pried Tyson's fingers away from what he was holding. My breath caught on my chest, still feeling a little warm. Or maybe it was just me being hopeful he wasn't really gone. Oh, hi, Amethyst. It's a medal. The hell? A medal? Like the one Orlando found? It looks like it, yeah. I wonder where he got it from. I wonder. House, how long did the cops say they'd take in getting here? Said they dispatched right away, but didn't give a specific time. But I imagine if a body has been found, they won't delay on that. B crime do gaze. No! I looked up from the medal, placed it back in Tyson's hand, figuring it'd be best to leave everything in one place for the police to check out. I looked to the others, my vision blurring a little as what I'd seen finally began to sink in. The disbelief that Tyson was gone, dead, was fading fast, along with the shock of seeing his body firsthand. I know how Roswell felt. The same sickening feeling rumbling around in my gut made me double over a little bit, quickly aided by Sal stepping in and rubbing my back. I don't feel so good, I don't... All at once, signaled by my voice cracking, my nose began to run, and the tears started to pour down my face. I began to bawl, wanting to cling to any hope this was just a bad dream. Sale, get him inside. I'll wait out here with House until the cops get here. Don't worry, Dave. We'll let anything happen to him. Not that I really had a say in the matter, but Sal guided me inside, turning towards the dining room. I was sat down next to Roswell, and Sal sat down across from us, keeping his eyes elsewhere. How are you feeling, Roswell?
Oh, better for sure. I think not having not had breakfast helped. I don't think I could have kept it down in the end.
Upon the mention of food, I was simultaneously hungry and wanting to puke. Feeling so many things right now, it's starting to hurt my head. I'm sorry. There wasn't anything I could do. He was already gone when he was discovered. Were you the first one to find him? Yes. You weren't the one who... right? No. I'll put it down to your emotions being the reason you asked, but no. He was dead when I found him, although it looked recent.
Someone killed him right outside the house? Really?
From the looks of things, he had been bleeding out most of the night. Whatever happened to him, he fought right until he made it back here.
That's something, I guess. A good something. That he fought until the end, I mean. And he came back here, too, so...
You think he wanted to come back for help?
Probably. Could just have been the only place he knew people were as well. Hard to say.
We sat in silence for a while before I noticed Sal looking around with a frown. Sal? Yes? You okay? For the most part, just wondering where Orlando ended up. Huh, after I came outside, I don't think I saw him after we talked about how it happened.
Oh, he left without telling you? Came in a little while ago, Dave. Said that he wanted to check something downstairs.
Downstairs? In the gym? Or the vault?
You don't think he's...
Wouldn't hurt to try, right?
Oh, I don't think he's going to be opening it, but it might be worth checking in on him.
Yep.
He looked as pale as I felt when he came by.
Alright, I'll go check it out. Either of you want to come? I'd rather sit here for a bit. I need to digest what's happened.
Same here. I don't really feel like moving. Still sort of sick, kinda.
Not that I was any better, but my take on it, that distracting myself from it might help, if only in the short term. I could hear him before I'd even made it downstairs. Come on, work! Come on! Come on! Please! Orlando? Oh, it's just you, Dave. What are you doing down here? Are you alright? I'm fine. Maybe a little relieved? Then, what are you doing? Oh, right. I was trying to open this door. Why's that? Well, I saw how you went pale immediately after you saw what had happened outside, and I figured that maybe there was something that could, help? Make this better? Isn't there only supposed to be the scavenger prize behind this? Yeah, but I was hoping that maybe it was something we could use to revive Tyson. Like a phoenix down, or something that we could use to make this right. But you said you were relieved? Why go through the effort when... for you? You're probably my best friend by any margin, and seeing you hurt so much, almost breaking in an instant, it hurt my heart to watch. I won't pretend to someone enjoy having to fear him anymore, not having to fear him anymore. But whether or not you liked him as more than a friend or not, I don't know. But I don't want to see my friend sad. I was clinging to hope that maybe there was something behind this door that could make you happy. Orlando, buddy. I was touched, drained, but touched all the same that he'd want to help. He and Tyson hadn't really ever had one interaction that wasn't mutually friendly, and yet, despite that, here Orlando was trying to, no, hoping for a way to bring him back to life. Nothing more than anything, I could just use a hug. In a flash, he was holding me against his chest, cuddling me close. He always gave the best hugs. Something about how dragons run naturally warmer, but more than anything, just having that tight squeeze both made me feel better, but bring on the crying again. As I sobbed into his chest, he stroked my head, trying to calm me down. Soon enough, the police came, questioned all of us, took the body away, and a week later, we had the funeral. We were only at the mansion for the rest of the day before Benson arranged transport back home. Not sure who spoke to him about it, but he was on the money about us wanting to get out of there. As far as I heard, none of us were being charged with killing him, which was a relief that all my friends were innocent. The only ones at the funeral were Roswell, myself, and Sal. Orlando couldn't bring himself to go, and both Dean and Haas wanted to just put the whole thing behind them. Didn't seem there were many there. I don't think I even saw Tyson's dad, despite them living together.
Well, that's over at least.
Yeah, rest in peace, Tyson. I still feel numb to it all. Now, not sad nor angry, just numb. The funeral cemented what I'd been holding on to for the past week, but Sal explained that I was still working through the stages of grief or something. Oh, right, I was meaning to ask. Roswell, who were you talking to?
Huh? What do you mean?
Was he a relative of yours? Seemed to know you.
Oh, that guy? Can't say I'd seen him before, but supposedly he had a message for me from the people that own the mansion to pass on.
Pass on to who?
You actually, here.
Roswell handed me an envelope, a wax seal keeping it closed. Aside from that, it was blank, with no addressee or return address. Gonna open it? Let's open it. Let's open it, because we gotta get the password. I tore it open and had a look, eyes scanning the words. I am truly sorry for your loss. No amount of grieving will ever change his fate, and in his memory, I'll impart some wisdom that aided me when I lost someone dear to me. My throat felt dry, but I continued reading, eyes flicking up to Roswell and Sal. To avoid drowning within your sadness, take refuge in your friends. Seek their comfort and take the days one at a time. Mutual support will help you through this in the days to come. The name of the game has and always will be solidarity. Solidarity? What? He's just mooing. He's just being a little moomin. Moomins. You don't have to put him in timeout for being a little moomins. For mooing. He's just over here being a hamburger. He doesn't need timeout. He's just mooing. Let him moo. Ah. Yeah, honestly, I actually find it really entertaining. I honestly find the mooing entertaining. Seems like sound advice. Wait, there's more, let's see. Losing someone is always hard, be it to death, sadness, or themselves. To my shame, I failed to see this despite happening multiple times before me. As a favor to yourself, if you notice your friends behaving strangely, do whatever it takes to keep them safe. Accept the possible backlash and the reality that they may not be your friend afterwards, but always, always act within the interest of your friends. And then it's just signed OH.
OH? Seems strange not to just write your name.
Still, the thought behind it seems nice, if a little clinical. I have two questions though. For one, why send this? Talking about friendship is nice and all, but I know this, at least I think I do. Pretty selfless, right?
I think so.
But also, why is this word underlined in a different color? What word? Solidarity. It's a good word, sums up the message well enough.
Can I have a look?
I handed the letter back to Roswell, who seemed intent on staring a hole through the paper with how hard he was looking at it.
Solidarity. I wonder.
Roswell?
Oh, sorry, just thinking about things there for a moment. Anything I come up with as to why that's the case seems too silly to say out loud.
Try me.
Nothing really substantial, but maybe it's like that to stand out on purpose? To really make you remember the word and what it means. Although if it's trying to make you remember this moment, it almost just seems like that's a mean thing to do.
Don't doubt the good intentions of others, Roswell. Death is hard. Helping others through it is just as hard. Everyone copes differently. So, what happens now? Not sure. Probably go home trying to do something to cheer myself up.
I'm probably the same. Probably take a long shower and mull things over under the water and get an early night.
Hiya. That doesn't sound too bad, really. Dave. Yeah? Are you going to be okay? I think so, eventually. Call on us anytime, if it will help. We'll be there for you. A couple weeks went by and I fell out of touch with Roswell. Apparently he had moved away again. Dean and Haas were the same, having moved away. Sal was the only one I still saw at work, and occasionally we'd meet up to go see a movie. Things weren't the same, but they got better over time. I made new friends, but I never forgot my old ones, despite them being nearly impossible to reach. Oh, fuck. Bye-bye, friends. Bad and Tyson. Well, you'll be happy to hear this, Dave, but, he's not dead. Ta-da! He ain't dead. There was a moment's pause before the LED panel flashed vividly. In the next moment, my head was pounding, ringing with a high-pitched squeal that seemed to come from the walls themselves. It didn't sound like an alarm, but it was assaulting me as if I'd done something wrong all the same. Nah, that's Damien. Then a picture began to form in my mind. Aw, okay. Isn't that how it always is? Like, the big, buff, booby titty character is a fucking asshole, and yet we still love him. Why? Why? It's always like that. It's always like that. It is like that in every single game that has an asshole like that. It's always like that. And I notice that. I pay attention to that shit. Like in Echo, we have Leo, who is a little too obsessed. In Ad Astra, there are actually multiple characters. But I think the main ones are Amicus and Kato, more so Kato. Because I've seen the Kato simps and they scare me. In Neko Jishi, I think it's Yan Shu Chi, who would gladly throw you under a bus for the entertainment. And I don't mean like standard toss you under a bus socially. No, I mean literally throw you under a bus. Sileo Tales of a New Dawn. Kyrex. Far Beyond the World. Volgor. They're all assholes and they're so lovable anyways. I felt my stomach lurch and I buckled to my knees. The hell? Tyson? Oh yeah, also Tano. Whatever had happened in that thought, it looked ugly. Like he'd been mauled by something aggressive as all hell. He was outside at least, but where? When? Was this even real? You just want to help him so It's like this one meme, just like all these people saying that they can fix that. At this at this point, y'all are fucking construction crew. Like, you aren't going to fix him. You all are a fucking construction crew planning out specifically how to fix the asshole. And it scares me. Then all of a sudden it was quiet, and I was on my back, laying just before the vault door. What had compelled me to come down here anyway? All I got from it was a headache and a jump scare from my own brain. Well, like, in that case, you, you might, you might, there might be a deeper problem. I don't fucking know. Bob the Builder, can we fix it, Bob the Builder? No, we fucking can't. But none of you can say that I'm wrong. You cannot say that I'm wrong. What had compelled me to come down here anyway? All I got from it was a headache and a jump scare from my own brain. Ugh, at least I'm awake now. As I rubbed my head and wondered what it was that I saw, was Tyson in danger? He couldn't be, right? Just some freaky hallucination and nothing more. I rubbed my head and went back up to my room to get changed before heading back down for breakfast. It's like, okay, okay, Tyson is an asshole. I'll be the first person to admit it. And yes, I find him attractive. I find him extremely attractive. I find him incredibly attractive. But the fact of the matter is, he already has, like, a couple hundred, maybe a couple thousand people trying to fix him. At that point, it's a fucking construction crew. It's not like, oh, one person's going to magically fix him. It's a fucking construction crew. And yes, I find him attractive. I find him extremely attractive. Yes, I do think that I can fix him. However, I'm not going to shame you for it. I'll point it out. But I don't think I'm going to actively shame you for it. However, I will say this. I would be a fucking hypocrite if I told all of you to stop doing that. I'm not telling you to stop trying to fix them. Because it is honestly pretty fucking funny. And fuck, I do it myself. But like, just do so in moderation. Anyways, are we going to pursue him or back off? But again, in terms of moderation, I can't say jack shit. I actually can't say jack shit. Okay, are we going to stop Tyson or let him go? Pursue to Electric Boogaloo. Oh no! But seriously, that's just something that I noticed, and I'm not going to stop you all. It's pretty fucking funny, and I do the same thing, so I can't say shit. Immediately, those words triggered a memory from earlier that day. The mangled corpse of Tyson in the morning outside, mauled and battered by who knows what out in the forest. Or even worse, one of us in the house as he returned to get his things. There was no way of knowing which it was, but the feeling that Tyson's life depended entirely on what I did next spurred me to move. We're going to save Tyson or say nothing. We're going to save him. With what strength I could muster, I lunged forward and grabbed Tyson by the leg. Wait! The hell? Let go! Tyson tried tugging his leg away to no luck. I was latched on tight and I wasn't planning on letting go. Next thing I knew, I was being grabbed and lifted up, held off the ground by my collar. You don't want me to go that bad? Why, huh? If you go, you'll... what, Dave? What could be that fucking important? If you go, you'll die! So you're threatening me now? You got some nerve, pup. Please stay. I'll do anything. Just don't go out there! Tyson dropped me back to the ground, glowering at me as I picked myself up. Anything, huh? Anything? I was desperate. It wasn't worth the risk, was it? Part of me also didn't want to get punched again, and so far that wasn't happening. Alright, I'll stay on one condition. I want your virginity. What the fuck? What? What? If there was any comment that was going to sober me up, it was going to be that. What? I get your virginity. You still got it, yeah? I do, yeah. Great. I'll claim it now. I don't think any of us can defend him for that shit. I felt a sinking feeling in my stomach and I couldn't look at him. But this was a small price to pay for his life, right? Okay, just give me a sec. No sooner I grabbed my fly, I was grabbed by Tyson and he gave me a hard stare. Inside, now, my room. I hung my head, shuffling along behind Tyson as he led the way holding my hand. When he arrived in his room, he closed the door behind us and he motioned to the bed. He took off his hoodie and his shirt, throwing them off to the side before crossing his arms. Well? I did the same, but it was different. Getting undressed usually didn't feel this way. Even in the presence of other people, something about someone sizing you up as a piece of meat on display made an otherwise simple task all the more nerve-wracking. Okay, done. Pants next. Only pants. Last bit I get to remove. I waited for Tyson to do the same first, but instead he stared me down, expecting me to make a move first, and much like removing my shirt, I felt exposed, vulnerable. I wasn't sure what to do with my hands, so I just hugged myself close, trying to keep myself from making eye contact. Alright. Tyson approached and spun me around by the shoulders, guiding me to the bed. Get on the bed. All fours, head down. What the actual fuck? Yeah. I'm skipping it. I stayed where I was, paralyzed from not knowing what was to come next. You don't want this. Hell, I don't want this. Not like this anyway. And I'm not about to rape you either. Just everything's so fucked. That was enough to bring me enough agency to sit cross-legged on the bed facing him, watching to see what would happen next. How's your nose? What the actual fuck? Just, that was extremely fucked up. Like, that's not even funny. That's, there's nothing good about that. It is extremely fucked up. How's your nose? I touched it and flinched at the sudden sting, pulling my hand away from feeling it slick with slowly clotting blood. Fine, I think, just sore. You seeing alright? Yeah, I think so. Dave, look, I'm just. He sighed out, shoulder slumping. I fucked up. Saying sorry doesn't feel like I'd cut it either, you know? Well, yeah. There should be a link in the description. Yeah, there should be a link in the description of the thing. Well, yeah. We sat in silence for a bit, Tyson keeping his eyes locked to the floor. So, what caused all of this? Nothing. Yeah, right, nothing. Spill it. Okay, Ewan. I don't do too good with the feelings talk, yeah? Much rather do a show than just talk about it. I don't really want to be punched again, but the gym is just downstairs if you need to burn off some steam. Nah, no, just give me a minute. He breathed out again before shooting me a firm stare, holding my gaze and shuffling closer. Why do you put yourself out for me? What? Answer the damn question! Oh, are we going to tell him the truth or tell him a lie? Tyson just needs. He, he, he needs a little more than punched. I just don't think you're that bad of a person, not deep down anyway. And we're friends, right? I gulped, nodding slowly, watching as Tyson's facade began to crack. It's what friends do for people they care about. Tyson backed off, stretching. So much that you just hand over your V card just because I want it? Given what was at stake, yeah. Yeah, bullshit. Although they got balls, I'll tell you that much. Do you want it, though? Tyson flicked his gaze away before looking off, visibly uneasy. Want it that bad you'd either have my dick in your mouth or be biting down on a pillow with my dick in your ass. What the fuck? Then why ask for it at all? Uh... Hang on, I'll be right back. And I'm back. I will say this though, Leo, I think was slightly worse by a lot. Look, I'm no queer, right? Huh? End of the day, a hole is a hole, yeah? Maybe, like, it'd be nice if there was more than that, yeah? Oh, I didn't know. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but. Now hold the fucking phone! I don't know what I meant. I was just thinking out loud. All I know is I've got your back, that's it. Nothing more than that, or I've got your back too. Mmm. Yeah. Maybe just don't punch me again, please. Deal. And I'm sorry. Ty shuffled closer and pulled me into a hug, a tight hug. I'm sorry. I really, really sorry. It was likely just a lack of clothes, but I was getting cold. Being close to Tyson was keeping me warm, even with just his chin resting on my head. Oh, you're probably cold, huh? Go, go get your stuff on, I guess. I slipped off the bed as Ty let me go, shuffling to get the clothes I'd discarded. You probably want some time alone now. Yeah, probably good idea. Are we going to leave or stay? But if I wanted to stay, I could. What? I mean, unless you don't want me around. No! No, that's not it. Just figured you might not want to be near me before. Look, what you did was the worst thing you've done so far, by a long mile. No rational person should stick around with someone that punches them for any reason, let alone putting in a situation where they're coerced into anything sexual. Though it makes you special. Uh, you got one for the second one? I liked it better when we weren't doing his route. I don't think this is the hardest choice wise, or. Mm. He got two, forgot his back one because we like him. Hey David, what do you think we should go for? But this is definitely pushing the. This is definitely pushing the rules. That's that's not funny. Tyson sighed out, getting up off the bed. I think I'm just going to have a shower and hit the sack. I have a lot to think about. Already starting to get a headache. Oh, alright. Gonna be okay. Should be asking you that question. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be alright, pup. Just have a lot on my mind, but if you want to chat some more later, shoot me a text first. Right. He came in close and gave me another tight squeeze before stepping back and heading into his bathroom. Me, on the other hand, put my shirt on and sheepishly left the room, heading to mine with my tail between my legs. Luckily, I didn't run into anyone between Tyson's room and mine, and rather than put my pants back on, I dumped them on the floor and got under the covers. 5 minutes later, rubbed my nose the wrong way and remembered that I had been bleeding earlier and took a shower. By the time I got out, I felt refreshed, clean, and the sound of distant thunder made me realize that we had a storm coming. Something about laying on my own bed felt off. I kept imagining myself on Tyson's bed with him nearby, almost as if his scent had rubbed off on me so much it lingered even after a shower. The worst of it was, despite the circumstances, it wasn't the first time I'd considered messing around with Tyson, even potentially as my first. There was always the fear that he'd take it too far, or maybe that want of something more stopped me from ever asking. Hell, there was always a doubt that he'd actually go for guys despite how he behaved. I clutched my head, growling as the thoughts started to have an effect on me. I wasn't a case of blue balls, but for sure the start of an awkward boner. Oh, fuck. God damn it. The fucking... fuck off, Oswin. Then I suppose prostrating before Tyson to stop him leaving was just something you're into? Bitch. I'm gonna stick around. I stretched, letting myself have a couple more minutes to just relax. It was right as I was about to fall asleep again that I heard the door to my room open slightly. Stop a bit for the ad. Want a break from the ads? Morning. Oh, morning. He watched me a bit from the doorway before sinking in his shoulders. I can come in, yeah? Yeah, sure. What's up? Tyson closed the door behind him before he wandered over to the bed. So, yeah. Been thinking things over. Oh, wait, shit, how's your nose? It's fine, I guess. Hurts when I sniff too hard, but yeah, not broken, I think. Yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, been thinking things over. From yesterday? I'm a fucking idiot, I know that. I've never been good with the book stuff, let alone getting on with people. But I know you and I go back. You looked out for me that one time and life wasn't so shitty after that, you know? It's what any decent person would do, I guess. It wasn't your fault. Yeah, some decency people have no one else step forward. I just... Thanks, I guess. No, wait, I can do this! Thank you, Dave, for, well, everything. And, I guess... Can you help me? Help you? Fuck, why does this have to be so difficult? I suck, okay? Help me get better at that. Like, help me not be an ass to people. I mean, sure, but what did you want me to do? Fuck if I know. Does it look like I have a clue about this sort of stuff? So, what, did you want me to keep you on a short leash or something? Sure, something like that. Don't think you could put a collar on me and show me off just yet. Just yet or noted? I'm sorry, but that entire thing was just a whole fucking thing. It was just a whole 180. Something you're not telling me, Tyson? Did you want me to show you off? No! Dunno yet. Seeing Tyson struggle was a mix between cute and embarrassing. It was taking all of what little mental fortitude I had, still groggy from sleep, to not razz him further. Could always just ask me out if you felt that way. You know how well Dean's lucked out on that front with his timing among other things. Don't remind me, I could even say yes if I did ask. Never know if you don't try. Yeah, well, would you? Would I what? Why are you making this difficult? You're fun to tease or it's to help you get better. Fuck you, Tyson. As soon as we go down to breakfast, we're gonna stop. help get better feels like the Oh, right. Sure. It's all good, Ty. Just take a deep breath and ask. Ty made a showing of breathing in deep before coming closer to the bed, not knowing where to look. So, like, would you maybe, like, I guess, eat food or something? What, together? The next moment, Tyson leapt on the bed, pinning me down and trying to find a place to grind a knuckle into. You're a brat, you know that? And yet you're trying to ask me out. Tyson growled, pulling the pillow out from under me and whacking me with it. If you know what I'm asking, why aren't you giving me an answer? Well, maybe I'm waiting for you to kiss me. Wait, what? You heard me. That's, maybe moving a bit too fast, don't you think? Up to you, I guess. Not that I could stop you if you wanted to kiss me, really. That's gay and I'm no fag. I could only give him a deadpan stare until he realized the irony. What? Kissing is gay, but dating a dude isn't? Shit, you got me there. That's, yeah, I don't think I'm ready for that. Although I bet you'd want to kiss me, I'm a fucking catch. Maybe I should make you ask me out. Not gonna happen. You have to be the one that asks. Well, shit. Let me prepare myself and I'll try again later or something. I could go for some coffee real bad. If you're heading down, make sure you save some for me. Could always go down together. I caught him adjusting himself out of the corner of my eye, my cheeks starting to heat up. What, and let you watch me change? That sounds pretty gay. Fine. I need to throw on a shirt anyway. Make sure the bear doesn't drink it all before you get there. His name is Dean, Ty. Fine. I'll make sure Dean doesn't drink it all. Good boy, I'll see you downstairs. Last whack with the pillow for good measure, Tyson got off me and wandered off without any further words. Just a look over his shoulder and a single nod before closing the door on his way out. Oh, hi, bitch. We're gonna leave off here tonight. I don't think I can, like, properly get past what Tyson did. Well, it was fun having you here, David. Stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.